Dark Trap, House Music, Lunchbox,
New Jazz,
Plug, Emo Trap, and Atlanta Trap / Rap. And that's just a few what feels like an endless list of subgenres, with what feels like a new subgenre being made every month. With all these choices, a few questions can be asked. How did we get here? Who's creating all these subgenres? How many different ways can you rap? And why is it starting to seem like the underground is huge and possibly bigger than the mainstream in terms of choices? And why are the first two questions basically just the same thing? All that and more.
What's good, gang? It's SB Cap, the Bonnet Bandit.
Jeez. And today we're going to talk about what seems like an ever-expanding list of subgenres in the underground. Since the creation of the underground meaning anything that pushes the boundaries of the mainstream zeitgeist or hasn't gained wider popularity. Similarly, the music is usually created by unsigned artists or those signed to smaller independent labels. There's always been genres, which is normal since rap was a new genre as a whole. But rap has been around for 54 years now, so what gives? The first problem we run into is mislabeling of genres, with the current underground narrative being that everyone is a clone or that the underground is filled of clones. Everyone's trying to prove that they have their own sound,
that they're better.
And what better way to prove that you're different than to create your own genre? And when others see how much it works, why wouldn't they copy the same thing? When it's shown to give you a different and unique appeal to fans. But in reality, it's just nothing but a different flow on the same subgenre beat. Which brings up the question, is that enough to classify a new subgenre, or is it just genre mixing? Well, in my opinion, it's not enough to be considered anything other than genre mixing. I feel like to create a new genre, you not only have to bring a new flow, but a new beat style as well, while still having rap elements to it, which isn't easy, honestly. Another problem is what we even call the underground. I think people seem to confuse the underground a lot because of what we call the new wave. And I don't even know what to call the new wave, so I'll just label it as plug. Or should I say plug music? Even though most of y'all will call that a subgenre, because going by the definition of underground just means anything not yet to be mainstream. Okay, so for example, New York drill isn't considered underground, but there are New York drill artists who are underground. Okay, same thing with Chicago, Detroit,
Atlanta, Milwaukee, Baltimore, and Florida trap,
including all the genres I mentioned before. But with plug / new wave currently having the spotlight in the underground, a lot of subgenres are actually being overshadowed. Also, here's a hot take. Plug / new wave isn't underground, with mainstream acts such as Lucky and Yeat, but it has a ton, and I mean a ton, of underground artists. Got that? So to sum it up, subgenre in the underground can still be mainstream while still being underground. Confusing. But that's why it feels like such a disparity when you look at the amount of subgenres around. Because while some underground genres can be mainstream due to a few artists putting the spotlight on, there are genres that never even get the mainstream attention / spotlight, like the Baltimore DMV wave. So to usually curb this problem, artists end up resorting to
Genre mixing
and end up calling it a new subgenre, which technically they're not lying, but it could be the reason for the problem we're facing today. If you guys agree or disagree with what I had to say today, leave a comment below. And if you've made it the whole way, leave a comment below saying SB I made it. Alright, that's it. I'll be good.